What's up guys, it's Isaac here, it's Backroad Harley-Davidson, and today I have your pre-owned bike of the week. This awesome custom painted 2023 Harley-Davidson Pan America Special. So the Pan America Specials are already an awesome bike by themselves. This is a 2023 in the gray haze color, and it's hot. It's a great bike. Now, base-wise, the Pan America Special comes with most of the fun features you could want. I mean, you've got the bar up front, you have the engine or the radiator guards right there. This one was beefed up, and so it did have the option for the laced wheels, and that's what this one does have. Tire pressure monitoring. They've got the seat that you can adjust for multi-positions, and this one does have the adaptive ride height, so it'll lower itself as you come to a stop. It's got the center stand, it's got the adjustable windscreen, it has the hand guards, it has really nice mirrors that, you know, take out a lot of vibration, so they're really great to see a lot out of. And there's just so much going on these bikes. So you'll see, it looks like the previous owner might have been a Wolfpack fan, because what you got going on here in Raleigh is these wolf eyes across the front, some red trim added to the HD logo. You got another wolf right here, the shiny side paint logo, and then of course you have the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is in the pack. Some risers bring you up a little bit more, make it a little more cozy of a ride. And let's see, you've got a nice little bigger plate on your kickstand there, so that way, you know, if you're taking this bike off-road, it won't sink down as far in some dirt. And you'll see it even has a nice little red stripe around the wheel. I think that might be one of my favorite pieces. If that's not it, then it's this Vance & Hines pipe that sounds phenomenal, which you'll get an earful of here on the ride. All right, guys, so we're gonna do something pretty cool here. So it's already warmed up a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on it so I can put it in neutral with it being on a hill like that. Fire it up, one touch start, look at that. Easy as that. So, cool little thing we're about to do right here is I'm gonna show you how some of this tech is gonna work on this bike too. So now, I wanna give you kind of as real of an experience as you can get riding this Pan America. Because there's so many videos of, hey, here's the Pan Am, here's how cool it is, here's what you can do with it. But I really want to show you the doing it part. And so this bike is fully loaded with tech, and I want to showcase some of that for you here. Right now, this is the NC State themed Pan America, and it is sharp, and so I want to showcase, obviously it has to have photos at NC State, right? So what we're doing here today is we're going to showcase tech like the maps. So you can see I've got my maps here right now. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There you go. It's a pretty decent look. It's saying, hey, you need to do a U-turn. So we're going to utilize this right here, like this navigation. And again, it's a little bit tricky to get used to, especially if you're used to like Apple Maps, CarPlay, and stuff like that. But it is nice to go ahead and use for a lot of stuff. There's a little bit of salt still out and around on the road, so I don't want to push too hard on a lot of that. This bike is pre-owned, so I'm getting a lot of it broken in right now. I say broken in, like sort of adjusted, so that front brake feels a little bit far out for me. So I'm gonna do that nice little adjustment, get a little bit closer to me. The beautiful part about adjustable levers. But I'm on a full-size Pan Am, and I'm able to flat foot this thing very, very easily. I almost thought this bike was lowered, as I forgot how easy it was to reach on everything. So, and I am in road mode because the road around here isn't exactly the best. Since we have electronic suspension, let's go ahead and use it, you know? Since the Rev Max, I can see here I'm gonna turn on Hillsborough Street, so I'm gonna go and throw it on the home screen. and throw it in that mode, just so that way I can see. Since I'm a little bit more unfamiliar with the Rev Max and where it likes to be in certain gears, I can throw that on so that way I still have access to my tack. And in the upper right corner of that screen, you'll see that I can still see my directions for where I'm going. So that's a really nice added feature. Sportster out here ripping today. Love to see it, as he should. Fantastic day for it. I keep wanting to shift this bike a lot lower because I'm not used to being able to go ahead and rev it on update at 8,000 RPMs. So I end up shifting a little bit lower than I probably have to. Definitely takes some adjustment, that's for sure, on this thing. There we go. All right, it also took a while to kind of, this is a much smaller shifter. Coming off a Softail, this bike takes a lot of adjustment for sure. Honestly, these taller risers, I'm really enjoying them. I think these are Pizoma risers, but they're pretty nice. These risers are a good time. As somebody that really likes that, kind of club style dyno on those cruisers, this is a really nice feel and very familiar. And it seems to translate very nice to the ADV world too. I've got my feet up underneath me, and it feels like it would still. I know a lot of ADV riders really recommend, or at least like the one YouTube video I saw, a lot of them were saying, unless you're like really tall, you really don't need tall risers. But I mean, for a bike that I would be mostly considering for on-road use, this is pretty nice. But since I'm in a spot now where I would like to have a better idea of where I'm going, I can go ahead and switch to my map view. And it's nice that it's the second one, because if there's a question of like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to turn right here? It's nice to be able to just hit that one button. It's like, okay, here's what we're looking at. So, and another benefit is, so instead of sitting, if you've ridden with somebody with a bagger, then you've probably seen it before, but everybody's ready to go, and then somebody gets their bike started, and then the guy who's leading has to sit there on the bike with everyone's getting hot. The bike's running for another 5 minutes while they're trying to get navigation set. Well, you can also do this with that GTS infotainment system, as well as with this system right here. If you're using the Harley-Davidson app, you can actually go ahead, set your location and destination and all that stuff right there inside the restaurant, or without being connected to the motorcycle. And then with that, you can just go ahead and hop on your motorcycle, and if you have your navigation running right there, then you're good to go. It'll go ahead and pop up on the screen. That's all there is to it. Let's see, I need to get to that statue right there. So I need to actually go into that parking lot. All right, so as you can see, we have our directions right here. I navigated to Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson from an undisclosed media location. And then from here, all right, it's got volume, that's cool. So now all I gotta do is put that in here. This thing should be in neutral. Fire this motorcycle up. There we go. Low fuel, I know that. Oh yeah. It is a beautiful day to ride in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, here we are. And road modes. It'd be nice for this road construction here to stay in that mode. We got some really good photos. I'm pretty excited. We'll roll with those here in a bit. And now we're rolling on back to the dealership. So I can see we've got my directions back up, and we'll go ahead and throw the directions on the big screen. And so it knows that I need to make a left right here. Might not be. It's kind of nice to like have your foot out a little bit, and then kind of just feel the bike lower itself a little bit, and kind of feel the ground come up to your foot some. That's always a really nice feeling. So nice to know the adaptive ride height's doing its magic here today. So this is a gorgeous motorcycle. I need to go show it off through NC State, but would not be the coolest look if I ran out of gas through there. So this is us. All right, this pipe sounds good opened up. Holy cow. This bike's just such a good commuter. I mean, ADV bikes, they're just so much fun at commuting because they're built to handle all those challenges, and one of the biggest challenges you might face, such as the urban jungle here, they handle themselves beautifully through it. So, because there's some of these little city roads like this, I mean, they might as well be an off-road course the way they're set up. So, would be remiss if we did not take this bike by the bell tower, am I right? Everybody's out jogging. You get your first 70-degree day of the year, and everybody's got their motorcycle out. Everybody's out getting some jogging in. It's a good day for it. Let's see how this bike does sitting in traffic. The test everybody needs, but nobody wants to see. Everybody wants to see, but nobody wants to do. All these poor folk trying to study, and we've got Vance and Hines just bop, bop, bop. The nice part about a bike with a wide rev range is I can sit it right at about 3,000 RPMs, and I'm not kind of stuck in that weird first, second gear. I've got a lot of room that I can leave this in. Fortunately, it's mostly downhill to the dealership from here. And fortunately, this bike has a very light clutch. So this has not been too bad to have the clutch in this entire time. I do have an ETA. That's cool. It's like, hey, you turn on Western, your ETA is about 5:24, and I can see that it's about 5:18 right now. So I'm not too far out, but I'm also not too far close either. So. Oh, that'll do it. Nice, good work. If he had an ADV Corolla, you might have been in better luck. However, he did not. So he is stuck now. This bike has really good brakes. Let's see, what have we not talked about on the Pan America? So this is cool. I do really like the navigation. Being able to see, hey, you should make a left turn here and then veer to the right just a little bit. What does that do? Oh, gives you if I hit the center, that gives you your stats. 4 minutes left on the trip. 4 minutes or 2 miles left on this trip. Should I go straight? Let's go straight. If no one else goes straight, we'll go straight. Okay, we'll go straight. As good as these bikes handle, I really want to see how the new Pan America ST handles. Because it's supposed to handle better than this. It has more refined. It looks like it's got, based on Harley's website, I mean, it looks like it has suspension more set up for that type of sport riding than this bike does. So, I don't know, I'm intrigued to see. And then, of course, with the tires set up too. I'm excited to see what's in store for that bike. This riding position will always be one of my favorites. I mean, just having the bike directly underneath you like this and kind of the cruiser mid-style, but it just feels so good. I can go ahead and get up above that fairing if I need to, get a little bit better breeze, a little check behind, and I still have pretty much full control of the motorcycle, all from right here. I need to ease up. Throws it in sport mode. Because now in sport mode, you've got road mode. It puts up pretty well, but sport mode gives you just a little bit more to work with. So I know the way from here. I can see my tack right there. Just give it a little bit of a yeah, I mean, there's so many good things on this bike, so many good things to talk about, and it just handles it all so well. The sequence I found that works best when you have a headset connected is to actually start the motorcycle so it pairs to the phone, and then turn your headset on. I found that just works out to be the best, especially if your phone is normally paired to your headset. That way the two can talk to each other a little bit, you know, because your phone and headset are looking for each other, but if you give them something else to latch onto, then they won't be looking as hard for each other, and you'll get them paired up to what you want them to be. Give it a little woohoo. Even in road mode, this is pretty comfortable. The Pan America probably handles Lake Wheeler Road and these bumps back here the best. It is very nice. Oh yeah, that was it. So thank you guys for sticking around with us on your ride and review of this Wolfpack themed Harley-Davidson Pan America Special. So it's an awesome motorcycle, and if you really like NC State, then this bike will definitely call you out a little bit more. So appreciate you guys watching, and if you want to know more about this bike, then be sure to come see us here at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson. So in the meantime, ride safe, and we hope to see you soon.